Hi there, I'm Caitlin Parzych from the Ammerman campus of Suffolk County Community College, and I'm an assistant professor of human services. In my area, we spend a lot of time talking about issues of privilege and oppression and social identity. And in order to allow students to really engage in that kind of work, I really want to make sure that we're creating a safe space. So I'm really honored to be here to contribute to the JEDI Initiative, because these are the things, a handful of things that I try to incorporate into my classroom each semester. I'm going to try to focus mostly on things that I think will be relevant across disciplines. So the first thing would be the syllabus. Obviously, I make sure, we all have a syllabus, so I want to make sure that I include the diversity statement as well as the SCCC care statement in the syllabus. In addition to listing my office hours during the first day of class, I go over what office hours are for. I've found that a lot of students may not know. So I always let them know that in addition to coming by to office hours to talk about maybe a roadblock that they're hitting in class, or to get further clarification on the discussion from that day, or discuss their assignments, they can also use office hours to talk about possible career opportunities, some transfer institutions that they might be considering, or just to pop by and say hi. I do let my students know that I consider them my future colleagues, and I'm happy to really get to know them and initiate that professional relationship. During the first day of class, we do a classroom contract. So this is something that I actually picked up from my predecessor. It's something that's been happening in the human services classrooms for a very long time. And so what I do is I break the students into small groups, and this I can do through Zoom or in the classroom. And so I have 3 or 4 students in each group, and I ask them to talk about things like what they found helpful or what they've enjoyed in their previous classes, as well as things that they have found have caused them to shut down or not share in some of their prior classes. And then I ask them to have that conversation and generate a list of items that will help them to feel safe sharing in the classroom. So things that typically come up in the classroom contract are things like, I will listen when others are speaking and avoid interrupting. I will keep other people's information confidential. I will respect physical and emotional space. I like that one a lot. These are all things that came directly from students in the past. I will be non-judgmental and assume that my classmates have positive intentions. I like to add to the classroom contract the ouch rule, which I learned from Christina Vargas, our Chief Diversity Officer, at a professional development day quite a few years back. And the ouch rule simply means saying ouch when you hear somebody say something that is offensive to you or that you might think could be offensive to somebody else. And it kind of allows for attention to be drawn to that in a non-threatening way, so that we can engage in a dialogue and really deepen our understanding and walk away having learned from that experience. So in addition to that, I always make sure that I post all of my materials on Blackboard, whether the class is traditional or remote. If we are watching a video in class or a TED Talk or a YouTube clip or something like that, I always post all the links on Blackboard. I post the links and articles that we're reading that are in addition to our text. And I post all my PowerPoints on Blackboard. And I'll post notes on Blackboard about those things. In addition to, I think, appealing to different learning styles, this also can be helpful when students miss class, so that they won't fall too far behind. Also on Blackboard, I do anonymous surveys in the middle of the semester as well as at the end of the semester to get ideas from students about what worked for them, what didn't work for them, what they were hoping would happen. And I take this into consideration as I plan throughout the semester as well as I plan future semesters. And then finally, I email students if they miss class. I ask them to email me, but if I don't hear from them and they don't show up, I do just send a quick email and just say, hey, we missed you in class today. I hope everything is okay. Reach out if you need support. So those are just a handful of the strategies. And I hope that you found this helpful, and I look forward to continuing the conversation. Thanks so much for watching.